I mean, why not do a twofer, huh? Okay, everyone. This is not just a Magic the Gathering card. In fact, I don't care about Magic the Gathering at all in any way. What I do like, however, is that I won this, and it has Tracy and Laura Hickman's and someone else's signature on it. And this, of course, is, let me see if I can focus on it, is Tiamat. Okay, so the reason why this is interesting and how I got it, I was watching the Dragonhearth podcast, which is basically a video on YouTube and other streaming platforms where Laura and Tracy Hickman run an XDM gaming session, a role-playing session. And, you know, they're like an hour or something each. And they do, you know, some commentary beforehand, and then they run an XDM game, which is a gaming system that Tracy and his son Curtis made up. Anyway, a second edition is coming out soon, and there goes my dog. Just pattering by. Every week they have a little raffle for a prize, and this was the prize that I entered and won. Now, for those of you who know Dragonlance, Laura and Tracy Hickman came up with Dragonlance on their way to work at TSR, for Tracy to go work at TSR, and the entire dichotomy, the whole concept of Dragonlance as this universe bound by good, the pillars of good, evil, and neutrality, surrounded by chaos, and all of the denizens of the planet of Krynn, you know, are these agents of change. That all came up on the drive over, specifically the characters of Kitiara, Lorana, and Tanis, because they represent each of those pillars of good, evil, and neutrality. Anyway, the reason why they didn't use the standard Bahamut and Tiamat was because of initially copyright issues, but also because they wanted to be able to do whatever they wanted with those characters without having any sort of consequences in the Greyhawk or Forgotten Realms worlds of Advanced Dungeons & Dragons at the time. And so they came up with renaming Tiamat Takesis and renaming Bahamut Paladine. So that's why I think this is interesting, because we get this nice little artistic view of, that is not focused at all, of a version of Takesis in the modern Magic the Gathering artwork view, which is all still pretty nice artwork. I like it. And then, which is fantastic. And then I picked up a new focus here. I picked up a set of dice. Now, why did I pick up a set of dice, you ask? Well, thanks for asking, said no one. I picked up some dice because I want to run that Dragon Wand of Krynn game book. And it's a 20-sided dice fighting conclusion roll. And I don't have a 20-sided, I'm a grown-ass man without a 20-sided dice. So I had to pick one up. And so now that I have one, I'm going to run that game book. Of course, by the time you see this video, that will have been out for a very long time, because I'm months in advance on each of these mail times. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll put it up in the queue or something, I don't know. But anyway, that was my day. So I went over to Mythic Games over in South Jordan, I think it's South Jordan, Utah, and where Tracy and Laura Hickman run their weekly Dragonhearth games out of. And so definitely go check that out. That's on Tracy Hickman's YouTube channel. That'll be linked in the show below and in the after cards and stuff. But check out that podcast if you like role-playing games, if you enjoy what the creators of Dragonlance are doing nowadays. But also the XDM game system, which I find is very interesting, which is, again, where I picked this up. So the XDM game system is a very simplified, bare-bones, basic role-playing system. And that's something where the story is in front of the game mechanics. Very unlike Dungeons & Dragons nowadays, I think. But that being said, I appreciate that. And especially Dragonlance as a campaign setting in general, the story is always out front, you know, before the game mechanics and the game system itself. So I'm thinking, if you guys are into it, maybe I would run an XDM Dragonlance campaign and see if any of you want to join me in that. Is that something you'd be interested in? The second edition of XDM is coming out, and it's basically just first edition with, you know, some expansions on it. And here's my other dog coming by. So let me know if you want to get in on that, or if you think that would be interesting at all. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. Until next time, Slán Javar.